Oats.
Boats.
Boats.
On rivers. We're live. Tweeting that we're live. I've tweeted that we're live. Woohoo!
All right.
So.
It's been a while.
Well, it's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It feels like
a very long time for us. Yeah, because we stream pretty regularly. So having a week off, which was a very nice week off, seems like a long time. I hope you all enjoyed your vacations. What is going on with the overlay? Do you see this? What is this? I mean, I guess it's just the color overlay. It just looks weird. Oh, it's just lined up perfectly with the edge of the table. I get it now. I was like, why does it look so weird?
Oh, that is weird.
Because it lined up perfectly. Anyway.
That is perfect. It's too perfect.
Hi, we're live. We're playing Riverboat, designed by Michael Kiesling tonight. This is, I say the fourth Michael Kiesling title that was released at Essen this year, but it's just the fourth that we're playing. He did have 4 titles released, and we have streamed after this one. We will have streamed them all.
The cover art looks familiar. I mean, just in the style. Is that perhaps the same cover artist that's done...
Like everything?
Yes. Maybe everything?
Yeah, that's like under contract with Mayfair. Why, I think it is. I forget his name. But hi, Netters! So in Riverboat, we're producing crops. We have our own farms. We each have our own farm, and then we are producing crops and shipping them down the Mississippi, hoping to have them picked up by boats further down the river, which is the game. So,
Clemens Franz?
What about Clemens Franz?
The illustrator? Does that sound familiar?
No, it's that one.
Oh, Atelier 198, yeah.
That's the BGG name. But yeah, his name might be Clemens Franz. But
no,
I just know...
Yeah, I think it's him.
I mean, I know that's his BGG username. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other Michael Kiesling ones that we've done would be Azul. That was his other standalone, not co-designed game. This one is also a standalone, not co-designed. And then there was Reworld, which was Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling. And then Heaven and Nail, which was Michael Kiesling and Andreas Schmidt. So, Reworld. Or Riverboat. Jeez,
wow, there's a note about the setting at the end of the rules.
I was going to address that.
Yep.
Yeah, so this game is about the Mississippi. And Mayfair included, or Lookout, I'm not sure who, included a fantastic paragraph at the end of the rules addressing the theme of this game. And I just want to read it because I think it's like really good, and I think more publishers should do this. Because as someone on Twitter said, I forget who, like, we can play pretend, but it's important that we don't ignore history. And so Mayfair, the rule book at the end has this.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I liked it. I want to say that. All right. Games, like history, sometimes will adjust focus to better fit a specific narrative. We offer this game as a celebration of the positive elements of life and business along the Mississippi River, while freely acknowledging that we have taken care to use our location and crops in such a way to avoid addressing the very real and abhorrent existence of slavery as part of early to mid-1800s agricultural commerce in the United States. Our use of Twain, they use Mark Twain quotes, our use of Twain for romantic color does not discount other writings from Frederick Douglass or Sojourner Truth about the narrative of actual history, and the inquisitive player is encouraged to investigate the original source material from the period far more thoroughly and accurately than we could have. And that's, I think, great. They acknowledged the fact that more exists about this time period than what they've presented in a game, which is kind of obvious. But it also kind of talks about why they're ignoring it and that they recognize that it existed, which is, like, all I really want from a game. Like, I'm totally cool if they use a piece of history as part of a theme. I get that. It's great. It's easy material. Like, there's no IP. It works in a lot of cultures. But, like, I feel it's really important to acknowledge the actual historical events that come from it and call out that you may or may not be ignoring parts of it. But you still address that they existed, and that they did a great job with that paragraph, and I like it a lot. So there you go.
Yep. And that's often my criticism of games that use a part of history that's perhaps rich or upsetting. Or, is just that games just won't ignore it, and then will not acknowledge that they were ignoring it. So that's really it. Just, you know, as long as you can acknowledge it.
Yep. Cool. All right. And I also just realized I didn't punch the centers of the wells out yet because I wasn't sure if I was supposed to, but I am. All right. So I'm just going to say really quickly
clearly didn't do it very well.
Putting an asterisk on this stream. Normally for larger games, we like to have played the game prior to the stream, but because of the holidays and just Essen craziness and other stuff, we haven't actually had a chance to play Riverboat yet. So this will be our first play of the game. I apologize if we get any rules wrong or anything like that, which we typically get rules wrong in games. But I hope this stream is still helpful for you in regards to like getting a feel for the game and the tone of the game and whatnot. I will also say that having played Heaven and Ale, I see a lot of similarities. I'm like, I don't even... Is it Xena?
Yeah.
Oh, she's just being cute.
Yep,
she's just being her. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Chad. But yeah, so I do see a lot of similarities between this and Heaven and Ale, but I see a lot of differences in implementation and mechanics of play. So I'm pretty interested in playing this. I was interested in it before, and now having played Heaven and Ale and fully reading this rulebook, I'm even more interested. So let's get into this. So, if you're following along for fully learning and setup, I would just recommend doing the setup that the book has laid out for you. They do a really good job laying out the game, and it will make more sense, I think, if you just read it, because there's like lots of little things. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay? But the important thing is every player is going to get a harbor master, which is this little yellow one. Here, yellow pawn. And you're going to put your harbor master on the part of your docks that corresponds to the number of players. So we're playing a 2-player game, which means that the harbor master is going on our 2 spots. Let me adjust the brightness on my camera, because I adjusted it on this one. Let me adjust it on my player cam. In addition, you're going to get 3 coins. You're going to get 2 surveyors, which are the green pawns, and then you're going to get 13 workers, okay? And these are limited. There's only one way to get more workers in the game, and you can get max 1 extra worker per round, and only 1 player can gain that bonus every round. So workers are limited in this game, as are all of the resources, and everything. Like, the surveyors are limited, the coins are limited, the crop tiles are limited, everything is limited in this game. There's nothing that is unlimited, including money, which I think is a unique one, because normally money is unlimited in a lot of games, but money is super valuable in this game, because it is 1 point per coin at the end of the game.
Wow.
Yeah, and money lets you break the rules of the game every round, or every phase.
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life. Woohoo! Accurate representation of American life. Okay. So, this game is going to take place over 4 rounds, and every round we're going to play through 5 phases. And we're going to do those phases every round, without exception. And each of the 5 phases, there is a tile that represents those 5 phases, and we're going to draft these at the beginning of every round, and this determines who goes first in those rounds. Okay? If you're playing with more than 2 players, whoever goes first for that round will be first, and then you do clockwise from that person for that round, and then on the next round, whoever has the round marker thingy will be the first person for that round, and then clockwise from there. So these are very important to hang on to and be aware of who has them, like physically in front of them, because every phase, the turn order will change depending on where these are. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah. So, let's talk about just generally what's going to happen. So we each have our own farms. My farm is here, Steve's farm is here, and we are each developing our fields and our crops so that we may ship them down the river, and we ship them to boats along this river up here. And I shifted the board so all of our boat piles are a little wonky. And we don't need our candle anymore.
Sorry, it's still cute.
We're setting some moods. So the way that we we'll get crops is we're going to put workers in fields. Then we will, that will be phase 1, roughly. Then during phase 2, we will plant crops from this main scoreboard into our fields under the workers that we placed previously. Then during phase 3, we will cultivate or harvest our crops from the workers that are there. Each crop tile can only be harvested once. So it's one of those games. And when we cultivate or harvest the crops, they're going to go directly to a boat. Yeah, it's a boat. It's not a ship. To a boat on the river. And there's only, so there are, there's one boat every round, that can be picked up for each like size of crop. And when you deliver to boats, you must deliver crops of all the same type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that is phase 3. Then phase 4, we're going to go ahead and talk about opportunities. So we're going to take these opportunity cards, which are basically scoring cards. And then in phase 5, you will use those opportunities that you've gained and activate the ones that you want to gain points. Or in addition, you can have estate upgrades to your property, and you can score those during the 5th phase of every round. Each opportunity card and each estate thing that you will do on your property, your like farm, you can only score each of those things once. However, during the 5th phase, you will get 1 point per thing that has already previously scored, which is interesting. So it benefits you to score early because you'll get more points throughout the game, because every round you basically get a point for having already scored something. So it's interesting in that regard. So that's like the main overflow of the game. At the end of the game, we'll accrue points during the game, and then at the end of the game, we add to our in-game score 1 point per dollar or a coin that we have. We then also add, for every field area we have completely covered up, because you can see the fields are divided into different colored areas. For every one that we have completely completed, we will get 7 points. And you might notice Steve and I's boards are different. Like the layouts are the same, but the color distribution is different. Then you will also get 2 points for every unused estate feature that you have. And then also you get points for Harbor Master, but this is a competitive one because we're going to move our Harbor Master, kind of similar to the Brewmaster in Heaven and Ale. We're going to move them along this track, and whoever's Harbor Master is further along their docks at the end of the game gets to score the total value of the boats that has come in during the game to their harbor. However, everyone else who is not furthest along just scores half of the value of all of the boats. Yeah, so it's important to not discredit your Harbor Master.
But that's the full value of all of your boats.
Yes.
So you could still come out ahead. Like
Well, no, but because it's whoever's Harbor Master is the furthest.
Yeah.
So to be the furthest, you have to have a lot of boats.
Right.
So unless I'm scoring like really high boats, then I have almost as much as you.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna see how this all plays out. I am genuinely excited about this game. So let's talk about phases more in depth because that makes sense. So first thing, at the beginning of every round, we will make sure everything is stocked up. So we'll replenish this field. We will replenish the opportunity board, and then we'll make sure there's one boat for every like dock in the boat section. Then we will take turns drafting these tiles. Whoever was first player last time we alternate who is first player for drafting. So I'm going to do it to start. But we will take turns drafting these phase markers until they're all taken. So in a 2-player game, we're going to be having whoever goes first will go first 3 times during a round, and then whoever goes second will go twice, and then vice versa. So there is a benefit for going first beyond just picking a thing. When you select these tiles, you don't get anything right then and there, but during the phase that tile is activating, if you are the one with the tile, in addition to going first, you get a bonus, which is great. So I'm going to describe each of these phases more in depth now, and then we'll actually just start playing. So the first phase, super simple. Whoever owns this tile will get the extra worker from up here. That's the only way to get more workers in this game, is to be the one with this tile. And you'll get 1 every round. Then, whoever has this tile will take this deck, and this is the worker deck?
It looks like it, yeah.
Well, it might not be called that. I'm like, I want to make sure it's the cultivation cards. I want to make sure I'm using the right vocabulary.
That's true.
So, the cultivation cards, whoever is first on this one will draw 8 cultivation cards, put the rest back. You always draw 8. And then they will flip them one at a time. And when they flip them, it's like playing bingo. Everybody has to... Oh, that's a great example to do in a minute. Everybody has to take a worker from their personal supply and place it on the field color depicted in the background. So this one that I just picked, everyone has to place a worker onto the white field, the spade field. For colorblindness, they made each of the colors a suit color, like spades, hearts,
stars,
diamonds, and clubs, and then there's stars. Yeah, for the 5th one. So Steve and I would both have to take a worker and place it on one of the empty spots on our field. Okay? Then we keep doing that until all 8 are done. I'm just gonna do an example, quick fake one. There's also wild ones. So when the wild ones come up, they show all the suits, and that just means that everybody gets to place wherever they want, 1 worker. If for some reason you cannot place a worker in the required color because maybe you've already filled that area, you then get to place a worker wherever you want, which is pretty nice, but you must place a worker. In addition, remember how I said coins broke things?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a coin, during this phase, you can spend a coin to ignore the card and place wherever you want. But you still have to place. So you're always going to be placing 8 workers unless you have no more workers to place, in which case you just don't do anything else the end of this phase. So I'm just going to place some workers out here. You don't need to. This is for teaching purposes. So I'm just going to get...
All right,
I'm just going to get 8 workers. And they kind of recommend that you place workers close together. And I'll show you why in a second.
You should zoom in on your board.
Yeah, good point. Okay, so now in the second phase, what's going to happen, so this is my board after the end of the first phase. In the second phase, whoever has the second phase board, their bonus is they get an extra coin. Yay, go you! Then during the second phase, we're going to take turns placing crop tiles. And the way that you place a crop tile is when it's your turn, you're just going to take a crop tile from the main board that will fit, and you just you place it on the board where there are workers. So for example, I could take one of these 3 hex tiles and place it under these 3 workers right here. And by doing that, by placing a 3 hex one, I will get 2 bonus points. And so that's me planting that. Then Steve will go, and then I will go, and I'll be like, oh, I can do a 2-1 right there. So I would draw a 2-1 from the board, slide it under, and I can change, I could be like, oh, I actually want the beets over here. That kind of thing. So we're going to keep doing that, taking turns, until we've done everything we can. So you're going to keep placing until you can't place anymore. And so if there ever comes a time where, you need to place, but there's no field tiles out here, you just restock and then you place. But you don't restock unless you can't place a field tile with what's available, just because it's just not there. Does that make sense? Cool. So I would have to continue placing. Actually, I think I want the beets this way. Ha 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 ha. Boop. So, and then let's say, okay, I did this 2-for-1 right here, double beets, and then I did this one lonely piece of corn way out here. Okay, so this is what my board looks like at the end of phase 2. Okay, then, so what is the coin bonus, you might ask? Well, the coin bonus during this phase is I can spend a coin, and instead of taking a tile from the market that's available, I can take a tile from the draw stacks, and I can take whatever I want. But you can't take the 3 size tiles when you use a coin to do that.
And it says either 1 or 2 on
yes.
the tile. I see that.
Also, when you do that, if you go through the stack and don't find what you want, you still have to take something from the draw stack. You can't look and then be like, oh, it's not here, and take from here. Like, you have to take, if you spin the coin and you look through the tiles, you have to do that.
Yep.
There are these like handy-dandy
TTR
cards.
Tickets, I guess. Yeah.
There's these handy-dandy cards, and there's one for each, like, crop size, and they show you all of the available tiles in the game. So you can hand them to people if they're curious. So there's that. So that is phase 2. Phase 3. Phase 3 is the harvest phase, the cultivation phase. Or not cultivation. Let's go with the correct terminology, Tiffany. It's the harvesting and shipping phase.
Boats.
So it's boats.
Boats.
In phase 3, whoever has this tile will be able to advance their harbor master 1 spot on the dock. That's the bonus. And then they get to go first, and they're going to cultivate. Or they're going to harvest, sorry. So during the harvest and shipping phase, you are going to pick up, you get to harvest twice during this phase, unless it's the last round of the game, in which case you get to do it 3 times. Okay? So, to harvest, you're going to collect crops of the same type. So I'm going to take these 3 workers off because they're beets. They don't have to be next to each other. I just planned it that way, right? So I'm going to take these 3 workers off, put them back in my worker supply, and I'm shipping 3 beets, which means I go over here and I pick up one of the 3 boats. There's 2 different 3 boats. I pick up whichever one I want the bonus from, and I put it, let's say I want this one, because it'll give me 3 points now, and then it gives me a harbor master spot, and I take it, and I plop it right here on my leftmost spot on my dock, which is hidden behind the name of the game. There you go. Let's bump it down. So I get 3 points now, and then I would advance my harbor master 1 spot. There we go. And that's me shipping. Then Steve would ship, and then I have 1 more chance to ship, so I could ship these 2 corn, pick up one of the 2 ships. There's 2 of them. Maybe I want this one, and I slot it in here. This one I get 1 point now, and then I get to bump up 2 with my harbor master. And then Steve would get to place a boat, and then that's it for this phase. So that's the shipping phase. If the coin bonus on this one, if you wanted to know, the coin bonus is, so let's say in this situation, Steve wants to ship a 3 boat, and he wanted the one that I took already. He could spend a coin to draw one from the back supply, because I've already taken the front one. So that's what the coin bonus is in this one, is you get to take a boat that has already been shipped this round. Okay? The other thing that might happen in this phase, if at any point you have 9 of a single type of good shipped, you get a bonus, and the bonus is you get to get a fancy thing to put in your house or on your farm. So you can get like barns, which are these adorable things, or you can get wells, or you can get a surveyor, which I'll talk about in a moment. But it's whenever you get 9 of a single type shipped, you get that bonus. Yeah. And you can only get that bonus once per each type. Okay, next phase, phase 4. Boo-boo! So this phase is, we basically just draft opportunity cards. So whoever's going first gets to select an opportunity card that they would like. The bonus for going first is you get a point. You take the opportunity card and you put it in your play area. That's all you do. If you select from the board, you collect the bonus denoted at the top. So this one, you get to move your harbor master 2 spaces up. This one, you get a surveyor, which is the green meeple. This one, you get to send a worker to New Orleans. So this one, when you send a worker to New Orleans, you take it from your personal supply, so it can't be out on your farm, and you put it in the window of the mansion that is yours. So I'm the orange player, so mine would go there. Okay? That's putting your agent in. That's putting your worker into New Orleans. Okay? And then the last one is if you take from this spot, you get a coin. Pretty easy. Speaking of coins, In this phase, if you would like to spend a coin, you spend a coin and you get to look through the deck of opportunity and pick which one you want. But again, if the one you want isn't there, you have to take something from the deck because you spent the coin and you looked through it.
Tough luck.
Yep. Okay. So, that one, I just want to confirm how frequently. You just do it once. Yeah. Each player just gets one opportunity coin. That's it. And then after everybody has passed, like, you don't have to take one. There's no penalty for taking one, though. After everybody has passed, or taken a card, we take whatever's left out here, off, shuffle it, and then put it at the bottom of the stack. And then draw to replace. We will draw to replace at the beginning of the next round, for that. So that's that phase. Last phase. Phase 5. So phase 5, whoever has this, they get a bonus. They get to pick. They can get a coin. They can move their Harbor Master one, or they can send a worker to New Orleans. Okay? So in this one, for the first 3 rounds, you get to use 2 of the surveyors that you might have acquired, and these are the green ones, to activate scoring bonuses. In the 4th round, you get to activate 3. This is really straightforward. Basically, we take turns placing one of our surveyors if we would like. If you pass placing a surveyor, you can't place a surveyor anymore this round. But surveyors, if I had an opportunity card, so let's say I had that, I would just put a surveyor on the opportunity card in the little spot, and this one says, I score 1 point for every potato in my farm. And then I can't activate it anymore, and I can get max 15 points for doing it. Boom. That was it. That was easy. Then, this is also how you would activate the estate upgrades that you might have in your farm. So you can have a well or a barn. Barns are really straightforward. When you acquire a barn, you must put it into your farm someplace, and you put it on an empty spot in your farm. Then during the scoring phase, you put a surveyor on the farm, or on the barn, and you will get 2 points for every crop of the same type around that barn. So in this case, I would get 6 points. You can get max 12 points by doing this because there are max 6 spots around a barn.
For every crop of the same type, so the type you have the most of?
Yeah. So that's that one. Then, the other option is a well. So I place the well on top of a crop that has already been harvested. And if I put a surveyor on my well, or in my well, he doesn't really fit in my well. If I put the surveyor on the well, I will get, is it 1 point? How many points is it? Tell me, my friends. Tell me, my friends. 1 victory point for every crop in a contiguous group of crops matching the one that I put the well on. So there you go.
So you're doing pretty well there.
Yeah, so on this one I get 3 points because I have 3 beats that are connected. Boom! It does not say that the crop already has to be shipped. So the crop could still have somebody on it. Okay? So that's wells, and that's barns, and that's opportunity cards, and that's basically the scoring phase. There you go. You also, at the end of the round, get 1 point for every surveyor that you have on your board already. So a surveyor that you've already done, either on an opportunity card, a well, or a barn. And then you also get 1 point for every worker that you've sent to Orleans at the end of the round. So in this situation, I would get 2 additional points because I have 2 surveyors already activated. So there you go. That's it. That's phase 5. Boom. Then it's the end of the round. New round starts. We restock everything. Then whoever, we pass the Harbor Master, or the first player token, and that person gets to pick what they want first. And then we do that 4 times. It's super straightforward. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Should we do Chewies? They both jumped up and got excited.
I think so. I need something to eat and or drink as well.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, picking up the workers and putting the tile under them will be a little weird, I think, when we get the boards full. But I'm still excited to play. So let me break down this while Steve gets some berries to eat. Break down my example that I did.
Maybe deploy something.
Yeah. Okay. So we're basically set to play. Oh, maybe I should move my Harbor Master back down and put these butts. Butts. Boom. Hey, Cookie Kid. Hey, Doug. Bob. How's everybody doing tonight? How was everybody's, like, Thanksgiving weekend, holiday weekend if you were in the States? I know not everybody is. I hope everybody had a good holiday.
I know, I did.
That's good. I'm glad. What did we get? You know, I bought this, and I don't even remember what's in it.
All the most delicious berries.
Oh, wow. These are falling apart. It dripped. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Contiguous. Yeah. Yep. This is not a game for casuals. I want strawberry. I'm like digging into the strawberry. Yay! Thank you. All right. I'm gonna go first in drafting, and I feel like this one's really important, so I'm gonna take this one. Kairos. Select a phase in which you would like to go first.
Do I only get one, or
right now? You only get one right now, and then I get one, and then you get one, and then I get one. So which of those do you want the most in this moment? This magic moment. Huh. Okay, well, this would be really boring if we just do this. What do you want? Is your dinner just gonna be berries?
Mm-hmm.
Always. This is what Steve wants in life.
Took number 5.
Cool. Alright. So now we start playing. Woohoo!
Tiffany and Steve eat berries. The stream.
Alright, I get bonus worker. And then do a little mini shuffle of these. And then we get to place workers. Boom! Alright.
I found the strawberries for you.
Thank you. First one. Place a worker on a white area.
Mmm.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, I will quickly explain the continuous bonuses up front. So this one is 1 point per potato, max 15. You get 5 points, advance your Harbor Master 2. 2 points per dude you got in Orleans. Mm-hmm. And then 3 points per type of crop you have.
Per type, and that's down.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Alright. Place on white. I feel like a bingo color. Don't forget, you can spend one of your 3 starting coins.
Mm-hmm.
I think
to place wherever we want, right?
Yeah, to place wherever you want. That's brown. I'm gonna place there. You place brown. Cool. Yellow. Ooh. Or the clubs. There's like 2 yellows. It's the club one. Alright. Stars. Gray. Guess I'll do there. Yeah, I'll do there. That's smart. Yeller! Clubs. Perfect.
Yellow.
Stars again. I did shuffle these. I was hoping for a diamond to show up. Diamond in the rough. Okay. And then a spade, which is the white.
So 1 left?
1 left. Dun, 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 dun. Diamond! Which is the, like, orangish yellow. He's got an orange beard. It's the dude on the cover. It's totally the same art from the cover. Okay. And that is that phase. Boom. So now we do phase 2, which Steve is first, and Steve gets a bonus coin.
Dollar coins, y'all.
Yep. And then you get to plant first. What you gonna plant? What you gonna plant?
So the ships...
Oh, wow. You did a really nice clustering. Right
So
there.
the ships all want the same good, but it could be any good.
Yes. It can be any good, but it just needs to be all the same.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have a point. It bums me out that the score markers are just little cardboard tokens.
Well, I'm going to pick one of the ones that describes my jokes.
Corny? With the side of
doubly
potato?
corny with the side of potato. Yep.
Okay.
And then I do the thing where I...
Yeah. Do surgery on your farm.
Yeah, you probably want to build from in out to minimize the disruption.
I'll do, potato and wheat? Oh, no. I'll do wheat and, pumpkins.
David would be proud.
I'll do them here. And, because we both placed 2 first, we both get, or 3 first, we each get 2 points. And now it's your turn to place. Double corny! Yep, saw that coming. I'm gonna do... Oh,
and then I get a
1
point.
Yep. I'll do this potato wheat one, and I get a point.
And then how much do we...
We go until we can't.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Need to rinse and recycle that. Which I don't think we can.
Actually... Woo!
Yeah, words are a little warped, so they spin.
I mean, takes one to know one.
Inappropriate, Kairos. I guess
you are a little warped.
Whoa.
In a good way.
I'll do the double beat. I beat to my own drum. Something. Boom.
And then to me.
And then a you. We get these from Netters. So Netters Plays, her Etsy shop. There should be a link down in the doobly-doo to her shop. I try to leave it in there. If there's not, Netters, if you're still watching, could you link in your Etsy shop? But it's a full set. You get to pick the colors on her shop. This is blue. It's just really dark right now. Are $20 for 4 bowls. And
we
she's
just
got
need to
different
like
sizes.
monogram at Netters Plays on the inside of one of these.
I know somebody with an embroidery machine. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Is it my turn?
I've picked 4, and you've picked, what, 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do I want a pumpkin or wheat? That's the question. I think I'm going to go with wheat.
Alright, well, I can't go wrong with a pumpkin.
Okay. So, that is the second phase. That's it. We're done. Woohoo! Alright.
And you could pay money to go from the stack instead, but I don't care about that stack.
Not yet, at least. Alright. Third phase. So I get to move my Harbor Master up 1. And then I get to go first. And I'm going to ship 4 corn. Oh, 4. You have 5 corn? Dang. Oh, I should have gotten another point. Right? Yeah. Because I have 2 first. Well, I will ship the 4 boat anyway. Because I have 4 wheat. So I get these workers back. And I get the 4 boat. And the 4 boat bonus is I get a barn. And I will put that barn right here in the middle of my wheat field. Yay! Okay. Now you get to pick a boat. And remember, it's only 2 boats around.
Oh, and they don't have to be contiguous.
Uh-huh. But you did a very good job grouping. So you're going to do your 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to put a worker in Orleans.
And it's from here.
It's from your personal supply, yeah.
And then I get to get a surveyor or get to place a surveyor?
You get a surveyor. Very nice. All right.
And then do I have to remove the workers of the goods I sold?
Yes. And then I'm going to do...
But they come back to my spot.
Yeah, I'm going to do my 2... do I want to do 2 beets or pumpkins? I'm going to do my 2 pumpkins. There's a lot of beets on the board. I'm going to do my 2 pumpkins. And I'm going to do the one that gives me 2 bumps on my Harbor Master. So 1, 2, and I get a point. And now it's Kyrus's turn to ship. You want to do the 2 for 2 points? Yep. So Kyrus gets 2 points and gets to move
Harbor Master up 1.
Yep. There we go. So that is phase 3.
And then I don't get to do... We do 2 each?
Yep. We just do 2 each. In the 4th and final round, you'll get to do 3 votes. Okay. And then phase 4, which I'm in charge of, I am the lead of, I get a bonus point because I am going first. And then I get to pick an opportunity card, and I get to do it now. I'm going to take this one, which gives me a bonus surveyor because of where I picked it up from. And then when I activate it, I will get 5 points and 2 Harbor Master bumps. Steverino, which would you like?
Probably the one that gets me the most points.
I mean, maybe. Maybe?
Oh, but that one gets me 2 Harbor Master movement.
Yeah.
If I do it.
Yeah.
Even though it's less points.
Yeah.
I think I want that.
What
Oh.
are you doing? No.
No.
That's not how that works.
Oh.
You weren't paying attention. You get the card, and then you get 2 Harbor Master movements. And you haven't activated it yet. And you don't have to if you don't want to. So that's the 4th phase. Then in the 5th phase, whoever goes first gets a bonus of their choice. Steve's going to take
Harbor Master movement.
Harbor Master movement, which makes sense. Then we each can place 2 surveyors, starting with Steverino. Would you like to place one of your survey masters?
Ooh, but I could place it later.
You could, yes. You could just hold on to it and place it
I'll
later.
hold on to it and place it later.
Okay. I am going to place 1 onto this one, because there's no reason not to. So I get 5 points now, and I get 2 Harbor Master steps now. And this is done. Now
and
at
then
the end...
I could place on a well or a barn if I have it. But
yes, but you don't have one. So now at the end of the phase, we will get 1 point. Everyone gets 1 point per surveyor that has already been out. So I will get a point. And then you also get a point for every worker in Orleans. And Steve has 1 in Orleans, so he gets a point. And then that's the 5th round. And that's the 5th phase, which means that is the end of the first round.
And who picks first? The person that didn't go next?
No, I passed this, and now you get to go. You will pick, but first we need to restock. So, if you could fix the boats.
I will always fix the boat. And I don't wipe, we're just refilling, right?
Yeah, you're just restocking. The only thing that wipes between rounds is the opportunity cards, and they just go back in the deck. So, opportunity cards. This one is when you activate it, you get to sum 2 adjacent boats, and you get those points. Max 14, which would be 2 7s. This one is you get 1 point per corn that you have, max 15. This one is you get 7 points and move your Harbor Master 1. And then this one is you get 5 points per well that you have, max 15 points. So those are those.
This is per potato. I thought this was for any good that I want.
It's potato. Hence the picture of a potato on it.
Get you that shirt.
Hence the picture of a potato?
No, I'll just get you a shirt that has a picture of a potato on it.
Oh. I don't really... I mean, I love potatoes. Maybe I'll make some potato something for dinner. Okay, so just replenishing the crops. Boom. And I believe that's it for setup for the round. And so you pick first. I'm out of wine. Just the wine I'm drinking. Ha ha ha. I feel like I made the brightness too low.
Extra worker.
Mm-hmm. Kairos is going first. Going first, everybody! I mean... I want to cultivate or plant first. You didn't grab the worker yet, did you? Good.
No.
Okay, good. Good!
Phase 4 first.
I'm gonna take this one first.
I'll take phase 5.
Okay. So Steve goes first with phase 1. So he gets the worker.
Extra worker.
And then, if you would like, you get to be the bingo caller this round.
I would love to be the bingo caller.
4, 8. There you
go. Alright, first bingo.
I'm ready.
The club yellers.
The club yellers. They yell about clubs.
And once a thing has been cultivated, we can't recultivate it, right?
Correct. Yes. What's next?
Next one is a wild. A club, a star, a heart, a spade, or a diamond.
What is that one? Do that one.
Alright, next one. Another wild.
Do that one.
Next one is a spade.
Yeah, the suits are much more helpful than the colors. I don't know where to build. I'll build there.
Another spade.
Another spade.
Next one. A heart.
A heart. Have you no heart?
I don't.
Your heart.
Next one. A diamond.
It's a diamond in the rough, the rough. I'm really feeling rough.
Last card.
I'm not ready.
Last card.
I'm not ready.
Last card.
Don't do it. There's no corn out there. I'm gonna go here.
Club.
Club. Ugh. Walk into the club feeling something. Okay. I tried to start a rap there and it didn't work. I'm gonna go. That's not a club, Tiffany. Da. Clubs are awful. I'm gonna go there.
They are indeed. I screwed up. Pretty good. Okay, and then these go to the discard.
Can I check the rules really quick?
Yes. It is also
my turn.
The second phase, and you get a bonus coin.
I do get a bonus coin.
There's a bonus coin.
Thank you. Ba-ba-ba.
How many from the stack do you get to look through when you spend
all
a coin?
of them.
What?
Which is crazy. Yeah. No workers should remain on empty fields at the end of this phase. That's what I wanted to check. Alright.
Do these have to be contiguous, or is that just per one that you have?
Do what?
Is that
There's
contiguous?
just per one that you have. Yeah, it doesn't even need to be cultivated, I don't think.
You don't even need to be.
Or planted. Yeah, the riverboats are like raw. Yeah. Bob in the chat says that he feels that the game is neat but misnamed. There's only one phase out of the 5 that has to do with riverboats, and you're not even moving them down the river. Well, yeah, which is true. Yeah, it's a little weirdly named, considering. Cool. I didn't do what I wanted to do, and I feel like an idiot now. Can I retcon? This should have been there.
I mean, if you want your victory to be hollow.
Yeah! Hollow victories!
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I want this one. I, planned it, man. Alright. I did one. Do you see what I'm doing? It's glorious. It's wheat-tastic. It's also your turn.
It is my turn.
It is your turn.
I should take one. So is there any reason we'd want contiguous? For selling.
Oh, I know why I did what I did. Can I undo my retcon?
If you want your victory to be double hollow. Oh, so
Double hollow.
what's the reason
I'll
we
do
want
only one retcon.
contiguous just for shipping?
For wells. It's only wells. Wells are the only thing that cares about contiguous. It's the bonus of the well. Of the well. I actually don't have a well. When you put a well on a crop, and then you get 1 point for every crop that you can link to that is of the same type. Yeah, okay.
And it's surrounding it? Or no, it's just that you can link to it. Okay.
You can link to it. The barn is the surrounding one. Which I've realized now I'm going to have to spend a coin to get a single corn token because I screwed myself. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I want more beets.
Have you considered dropping them?
Yeah, I just want to drop some beets. I'm going to do this here. To do that beet tile. Get that beet. Oh, I would have gotten 2 points for that one and 1 point for that. So I get 3 points. Did you get 2 points for yours?
Did not.
I didn't think so.
Potato and a bucket. And a point.
And a point.
Did you get a bunch of points because you did your... Yeah.
I did, yeah. Okay, I guess I will do this potato beet. I'm gonna pay a coin to get a specific tile that I want. Found it. Supposed to shuffle them after. But I want the double coin, double wheat, and I get a point for it. And then I will half-arse shuffle that. Cool. Hey, James! Has Steve cheated yet? No, but Tiffany has.
I'm going to pay a coin for the double potato.
Okay. You want the double potato. I'm going to pay a coin for the single wheat.
Wow.
So I'm going to be looking for a little while. There's at least like 14 of them. Hey, I found one immediately. That's nice. There's only one tile in the 2 for stack, which is a double crop. Which is interesting and good to know. Boom. Oh, it's glorious. It's glorious. Also, I totes have 9 corn. Is this the phase that we do that in? No, it's the 3rd one. Dang it! It's when you have 9 shipped. Dang it!
We haven't finished that phase yet.
I know. But I just finished. Did you? Nope. It's your turn. This is a Kiesling. Yep. This is a Michael.
Single potato.
Alright. Now we're done with that phase.
Or... yeah. Single potato.
Or a single potato. Alright. Phase 3. I go first. And I get a Harbor Master bump. Boop.
Boop.
And then I get to ship. I'm gonna ship a bunch of wheat. I'm gonna do 2, 4, 6 wheat.
And do you have to put the boat in the next spot, or can you put it
Yes.
anywhere?
You must put it in the next spot. So I get the 6. There's only 1 6, and I gets it. Oh, I don't want that bonus though right now, but I'll take it, I guess. So I get 1 estate bonus of my choice. I'm gonna go ahead and get the well because I'm planning something, and put the well right there. And then I want to do, and then I can put 2 workers in Orleans, which I will do. And now it's Steve's turn to take a boat. Boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I do have 9 crops, which means I get another cultivation bonus. I'll take a surveyor. Okay. Now it's your turn.
Pay a coin for this 6.
Oh, yep.
Which gets me a well.
You're gonna do the well.
Yeah, or I get a well or a barn.
Ship your or a surveyor.
Yeah, but so I do 6 taters.
Taters.
And then that doesn't get me points or anything, no. But
no.
Okay.
You want to do a well?
So the well is I place it on one.
You place it on one that's shipped, and then when it activates, everything that can be connected of the same type to it scores.
Or I could put like a barn there.
And then you get 2 points for 2 points for each crop that you have of the majority of crop around that barn. So right now your corn would get you 6 points versus a well gets you 5 points right now. But the well has more potential
to be activated later.
And well, it has more bang for buck if you hold out. Yeah.
Yeah. But I still need a surveyor to do it. Okay.
And then you're gonna put your 2 in Orleans.
Yep.
Oh, there's a big bonus that I forgot to mention. At the end of the game, whoever has the most workers in Orleans gets 20 points. That was a minor rule. I forgot to mention.
I was just about to ask, why do we want people in Orleans again?
Alright.
Is there a reason?
Not really, no. Alright, so next one, I'm going to ship these 3 beets, which I am dropping off. And I'm going to do the 3 tile. I spent a lot of money this round, but I feel like it's super important. I'm going to do the Harbor Master one. You can spend a coin, so I get 1 Harbor Master bump, and then I get 3 points. Hey, Kabuki Cat! No, the numbers of workers and farmers is not dependent on player count. You will always have 13 workers.
Oh, but we only get to ship 2.
Yeah. So you're gonna do pumpkins? 3 pumpkins? Get a coin?
Yeah, for 3 points. 3 points and a coin.
Okay. Yeah, don't forget your boat. It's important.
Ah!
Well, the boat's gone now.
This is sailing along at a pretty good clip.
It is. This is pretty quick. All right. I have a feeling the last phase is just going to take forever.
You didn't give me those, did you?
All right. Your phase 4. You picked first, so you get a point. And then you get to pick a card, and then you can go through the deck if you would like for $1 for a coin.
Oh, I should have done those in a different order so I could try to get the...
Oh, the someone?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They might not have to be adjacent.
No, it's... Well...
Nope, select 2. They do not have to be adjacent.
Okay, then that's 11 points.
If you activate it right now, yeah.
But I can activate it later, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying if you activate it right now. I'm gonna take the one that gives me 7 points. Oh, and I put a dude in Orleans. Okay. I'm do that one. And then I get a dude in Orleans right now. Alright. Your Orleans has got a canyon in it. Okay, that was phase 4.
Me first.
Well, phase 5?
Phase 5.
Yeah, well, hang on, you get your bonus first. Do you want a coin, a Harbor Master step, or put a person in Orleans?
Harbor Master step.
Okay, now you first.
Now I want my 11
You place
points. 11 and 13 is 24.
Boosh! Alright, I'm going to place a surveyor on this one to get 7 points, which puts me at 26.
Put these up.
And I get a Harbor Master boat.
I'm going to put these up top.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then we each just get to do the one. But we get a point for each unplaced or each placed surveyor.
Oh, hi, Tina. What did you say?
We get a point for each placed or unplaced surveyor.
Placed. At the end of the game, yeah, placed. At the end of the game, it's 2 points for unplaced or unactivated. Did you not want to place a second surveyor?
Oh, we get to place 2?
Yeah, if you want.
So my corn would get me 10 points?
Your corn would get you 5 points. It's 1 point. The well is 2 point per. My wheat would get me 10 points.
I only see 7.
No, I have a barn.
Ah. I understand this now.
Oh, yeah, Tina, we stream at this time every Tuesday and Thursday. We start at 7 p.m. our time, which I don't know what time that is for
I'm
you.
going to take a chance and not post the surveyor.
And then we usually run at least until like 8. So, yeah, welcome.
All right, Harbor.
What if I wanted to play some other stuff here? I don't, but what if I did? What if I did, guys?
What tiff you did? What tiff?
I'm gonna have a tiff with you. Okay. Next round. This goes super fast.
Halfway through.
Can you do boats?
Yay!
This is his favorite part of the game. Just doing the boats.
You know, if you want a game to appeal to me, all you need is some game component that I have to interact with through the game has boats on it.
Yeah, just pictures
like
of
if it was like, hey, can you restock the warehouse tile? They're like, hey, can you restock the contract tile? Hey, can you restock the boats? Yeah, boats.
It's true. There's a lot of things that are targeted towards small children that I wish I could buy Steve. Because he just really likes boats. They just make him happy. It's just a thing.
I mean, if you ever see anything.
Just like, if you see a shirt that has Bodie McBoater's face on it, that's in an adult size, please let me know.
If you see anything, just cruise on over. Maybe if it's on sale. If it's on sale.
Angela had a boat once. It was a money pit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're money pits. You don't actually... I think boat paraphernalia is cheaper.
Steve, we've talked frequently, and we joke often about living on a boat. And Steve's like, well, we could just buy a boat now. And I'm like, no. Unless you're actively living on it, it's a money pit. It's still a money pit, but then you don't have to pay rent. You're just paying boat upkeep. Okay. For how quickly...
I guess you have to sink a lot of money.
Okay, so... Oh, stop. Okay, the bonuses. So, you get 1 point per outer perimeter farm thing that you've done. So, like, just the outer edges.
Whoa, outer edge.
Yeah, max 15. This one, you get 5 points and you put 2 workers in Orleans. That one is you get 3 points per well and 3 points per cabin, barn, and then 1 point per corn. Corn!
Let's see. Bob asks, what's my favorite Bodhi game component? James says boat stands for bust out another 1,000. Yep.
That's pretty good.
That's it. Never heard that before. That's a good one.
The new Sydney ferry is called Ferry McFerryface. Yes. What is your favorite Bodhi game component?
The Panamax boats that you load up with little dice as cargo.
I have debated, because we like Panamax, I have considered several times buying the 3D printed Panamax boats in the player colors that you actually can put the dice into, but they're very expensive.
I don't want to say it's a favorite because I only played it as a demo, but in Import Export, the Captain's Edition upgrade, there are 3D printed boats,
which we do have, and we are going to be streaming at some point, and I will try to limit the amount of Steve's excitement about ships as much as I can while we're streaming that. I'll try and keep it down key.
Yeah.
I can't talk though if we play train games. Like, all right. I'm going to take.
All right, that was the intermission.
Yeah, it is the middle of the game. We are halfway through this game. I'm gonna take this one, the get a worker one, because my workers keep going to Orleans like really quickly. It's the problem. Will he wear his captain hat? What a silly question. What such a silly question. James, come on.
I will take the third phase.
Dang it. That one. I don't like what else.
Yeah, the selection of these is not like really interesting.
I'm gonna take that.
Ooh.
Okay. Alright. First phase, I get a worker. Then I get to be bingo. What is your favorite boat game? I know my favorite train game, so it's easy. What's your favorite boat game? We could have a what month is a boat themed month that we could just have like boatyuary, shipyary. Like what month would we do all boat games?
September.
It's like a fanfic thing. All right, first up, stars. Horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. No, stars.
I would have to think about it. I think... I don't know, because there's a lot of boat or shipping games out there.
Oh yeah, we have Transatlantic to play too.
Yeah, Transatlantic is a good one. I really liked Shipyard a lot, actually, because you were actually building the boats bit by bit.
Yeah.
Shipyard is pretty great. I think Shipyard actually killed ships, they're like very different games, but we were just thinking like, wow, we'd rather play Shipyard more than ships. Is it me?
It is.
Or are we doing?
We're doing this. You got to put it on the star one.
I have to put it on the 1 star.
Tina really likes Transatlantic. We're gonna stream that. I'm excited. Ship Timber, yeah, I think is the correct name for that. I don't know the name of the game. It's the shipping game in the Mediterranean where you can put your little men in the ships or cargo, and then they have little flags you have to sticker. I have no idea, but if you find out, let us know. Bob says that they almost got Black Fleet just because it had boats on it that could carry cubes. Yeah. And Wooden Gamut for the same thing, but those are airships. Alina has adorable little boats.
I have yet to play it with all the expansions, but Merchants and Marauder with Seas of Glory had a bunch of neat stuff, including a crew that could mutiny you.
We should do a boat-themed month, because we have enough boat games, because Steve loves boats. Like, we should just do a boat-themed month. We could do Transatlantic as part of it, and Import-Export.
All I want...
And this game? Just December? September could be December. We're still working on our Essen titles, though. Noria has airships. Can we count airships as the type of ship?
Only if we can play Kings of Air and Steam.
Oh god, that would be great.
Because we never played that for Trainuary. But luckily it has airships.
Did you play? You played?
I did.
Okay. It's another star.
You're a star.
Aw, that is what you are. Shining up above, shining out so bright. I don't know. Diamonds. More diamonds. Wild. It's getting wild now. I don't know what that song is. All right.
It's getting so wild. I wanna place my workers.
Oh man, I want these to like wipe. Because I want some stuff and I can't get it.
Story of your life. Is that a wild?
It is a wild. Let me do that. Star. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Go there. Diamond!
Oh, oops, I placed a surveyor instead.
Do that one.
Oh, I placed 2 surveyors. Okay, then this is 8.
Rum and Bones! James says airships count. So we're good.
Okay, I'm glad airships count.
We could maybe pull off a ship timber. Alright, last one is a club. That works. That works for me. Okay. Alright, I go first. I really want...
Wait.
What? Oh no, you go first.
I go
We're in
first.
phase 2. Sorry. Did you get your coin?
Yep, I just got it now.
Okay. We need to have a party stream because we have a couple party games from Essen that we need like a number of people for. So that's gonna be in the future.
Your turn.
We're doing Charterstone tomorrow.
Very excited.
Yes. That's fine. You didn't do what I want, so you're good.
Charterstone will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Tony and John, we're all very excited about it. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the first game of Charterstone.
What are we doing?
We're trying to bully our sister out of our Chewy. But Xena's mouth is surprisingly large. Maybe go shoot someplace else.
Do we need to intervene?
No, they just... Yeah.
Is it your turn?
I did this one. I did my first one. So, did you do your second one?
No, I did not do my second one.
Okay, well, did you get your 2 points for doing that?
No.
Okay, well, I get 1 point for the one I did, and you get 2 points for that one. Spuds. Go lay down. Or get water. Do you need more water?
Yeah, the farm surgery is not that bad.
Angela, you can tune in and watch us do setup, and then when we put Spoiler Dog on, you can just not be there. You could also tune back in for when we talk about how we feel about it. And we'll try and keep spoilers out of it. But yeah, that's rough. You should schedule your first game. That'll help. Like, schedule it for Christmas Day.
Do a remind me.
I don't want any of these, but I will take this one and do it this way. Yep. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do Spoiler Dog for Charterstone, but it's just the first game, so I don't think the spoilers will be too intense. But we'll have Spoiler Dog up just in case.
And I think because it's more of at least I'm assuming it's spoilers about the things that are going to happen. Like, it's not a plot-centric spoiler game, so I guess it'll be a different kind of spoilers.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a coin, and I want the one that is a beet and a corn, which I actually just already have. I just realized. Crud. Is there 2 of them? There are 2 beets and a corn. Do you have a beet and a corn? You don't have a beet and a corn. Or a beet and a wheat. Alright, I have to go look for a beet and a wheat. But I paid for it. It's not there. Found it. So I get a point for it. Oh, I got a point for that one too. So I get 2 points. Let me put it like so. Yeah, this is a little fiddly, this part. Alright, go.
To me, I take a pumpkin. Ichi, where's the other Chewy?
Don't know, but... maybe I don't get the scoring for cultivating. If it's 1 for singles, 2 for doubles, and 3 for triples, and everyone places the same number of workers and has to cultivate. It's actually 0 points for singles, 1 point for doubles, and 2 for triples. And we all place the same number of workers and has to cultivate, so that's what matters. Because it's 0 points for singles. Did you place your next one?
Yeah, I got my...
Yeah.
Xena
is like...
that last pumpkin.
Okay, Xena's trying really hard. Alright, well, I have screwed myself. But I'm gonna pay a coin to get a wheat. And then I'll just forfeit my other wheat points, I guess.
Do the Ichi coaster.
There it is.
Yeah, I got 4 tiles, so this is your 4th.
Do that there. And then Steve's turn. Oh, you have all your workers done. So it doesn't matter. You can't do anything anyway. I guess I'll do... Bummer. Bummer, man.
So during that first phase, we can pay a coin to put one anywhere we want. So we might use that to like fill out things to get the completed bonus.
Yes. Which I'm pretty close on diamonds. It's end the game bonus, but yeah. Well, I guess I'll just do a beat on this single spot. Okay, and that's that phase. So the
Phase
second
3?
phase. So now it's phase 3. Do your Harbor Master.
I get a Harbor Master move.
Boats. Boats, boats, boats.
And then I start.
Yeah, Pandemic Legacy plays really well 2-player. We just haven't finished it. We could play another game tonight. I'm like in the mood to play another game of Pandemic Legacy.
Good clarification.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just want that barn. Okay, so I'm gonna ship some pumpkins to David.
They're out of water.
Did I give myself 5 points that round?
I don't know. You were on at the beginning of the round. You were 1 point behind the corner. If that makes sense. Yeah. I'm hooking you up. I know what you want.
Okay, so I think I'm 2 points short, because that was 3 points. Okay, so I get this riverboat and I get a barn, but the barn doesn't give me points until it's activated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a me.
Are you Mario?
What's this thing where it's like 9 is a
If you
low?
have 9 shipped goods of a type, you get a bonus.
Oh, wow.
So when I shipped, so I had 9 wheat shipped, I got that bonus.
Is that only once you've shipped 9?
Yeah. Yep. Alright. I'm gonna ship these 3 corn. They're not corn, Tiffany, they're wheat. I keep calling him. I'm gonna do this one for the Harbor Master bump and 3 points. We'll be here, Angela.
And then I'll do 3 workers.
That's one of the reasons we didn't do Seafall.
3 points and a coin.
Oh, damn it. Alright, well, I'll ship these 2 corn. Actually, I'll hold on to the corn. No, I won't. I'll ship these 2 corn. And I'll get this one, which lets me Harbor Master 2 spots, and then I get a point.
And then that was it. That was 2 boats each, right?
That was 2 boats each. Yep. Interesting. Okay.
Okay. Phase 4.
Phase 4. I get a point as the bonus for going first, and then I get to pick first. And I was gonna pick a thing. 13. Yeah, I definitely want this one, which will get me a point per wheat that I have, because I've gone wheat heavy and I picked it up from that spot, so I get a coin. Kairaz, which one do you want?
Five points and put 2 workers in New Orleans.
Okay. That was that phase. Phase 5! I get things! I need a coin, because I keep spending them like crazy. So that's my bonus. And then I'm going to put a surveyor on this barn, and I get 12 points, because it's completely surrounded by wheat.
Erg. I'm going to put a surveyor on this barn, which is surrounded by 5 potatoes and a pumpkin. So I get 10 points.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wheat. So I don't want to activate that one yet. I could do the well and get some points. I guess there's no reason not to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait. Yeah, 11. So I would get 11 points if I activated the well right now. I think we're just going to hold on to my surveyor.
Does the well max...
Oh, no.
Does the well have maximum points, or can you just go wild on a well?
Wells, you can go wild. You can go wild.
I'm going to put my second surveyor on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points.
I'm going to do my well.
And 2 workers in New Orleans.
I do my well for 11 points. So I'm at 57 points. Okay.
The Harbor Monster variant, which Bob misheard, would be amazing.
Yeah.
For the Harbor Monster. Oh, you got a lot of Harbor Monster movement.
Yeah, I've been harboring like crazy.
Well, I've been harboring some resentment.
About it. Okay.
Yep.
So now we get 1 point per surveyor that we have activated, which I have 4. So I get 4 points.
And then I have 2.
And so Steve gets 2 points. And then we get 1 point per person in Orleans, and I have 3. And Steve has 5. So Steve is now at 54. Boom. And that was the third round. We're on the 4th round.
And final round. So we just played the penultimate round.
Yes. So in this round, there are some important things to remember. The first thing to remember is that everybody gets to ship 3 boats, and everyone will get to place 3 surveyors. Okay? All right. Restock boats.
That's my job.
It is, in fact.
3 surveyors, but I don't have 3 surveyors.
Well, but you might want to get some.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to need to get surveyors to take advantage of this.
So James asks if Mom ended up with a copy of Azul, and Mom does not currently have a copy of Azul, but let's just say Christmas is coming. So a copy of Azul may very well end up being under the tree for my mother.
Christmas is coming. Everyone look busy.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
What'd you do?
I just flipped. Oh, no, you flipped us to 50 points. Okay.
I mean, if you want to be at 4 points, that's fine. We can do that. I can retcon you down.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right. Boom. All right, Kairaz. What do you want to be?
What do I want?
So many things. Such a deep question.
I need that extra worker.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be in charge of round 5.
In charge of round 5, huh?
Yep. Oh, wait, let's talk about these. So you get 1 point per beat, 2 points per coin, 2 points per 3 size hex, and then 5 points per cabin. Or barn. I keep saying cabin. It's an adorable tiny cabin. Alright, now, Kairos, what do you want to take?
Oh.
We give a lot of people games for Christmas, as well. Oh, that's you. But we try not to give gifts to people, unless they're, like, used or, like, handmade or stuff like that. With the exception of, like, the nieces and the nephews, we give them games because we want them to play games with us. And it's working well. I have years invested into my niece. And she is a great gamer, and she loves playing games with us. So.
All right, my turn.
It is. You get that worker.
I do get that worker.
And then I bingoed for you, so.
First bingo is diamonds.
Diamond in the rough. Diamond in the rough.
Second bingo is hearts.
Hearts. Hearts, hearts. Stars and horseshoes. Clovers and blue moons.
Third one is a wild.
Oh, I want the diamond because I'll finish my diamond area.
We'll go with the star. All right, next bingo is another star.
Is a star. Well, I'll do that, I guess.
All right, next bingo, a club.
Club is white, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next bingo, a heart.
Hearts, stars, and horseshoes, clovers,
Next
and
one,
balloons.
a star. Oh, my stars are full.
Well, it's not until you actually... It's in-game, so good to know. My diamonds are full.
A club.
A club.
Interesting.
I'm gonna actually, I have so few coins. I have so few. I'm gonna spend a coin to place in the diamonds, instead of the clubs or whatever it was.
Oh, we could do that?
Yes, yes. We've talked about this.
Can I spend 2 coins to have...
No.
Okay. Can I retcon?
You can retcon 1.
I would have done 2.
Alright, if you want to spend all of your coins, it's fine. Go
Okay,
for
I'll
it.
spend 2 coins.
Uh-huh.
I totally would have done that.
Alright, next phase. I get a coin for being bonus, and I get to go first on placement. And I'm amazing, and I get to do... Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna do... this double potato... Ah! Double potato nonsense.
Oh, no, wait. I would have used my coin to place the star that I couldn't place. Okay. Extra cheaty.
Extra cheaty. The Kyra's way. Alright, your turn. Steve knew the coin bonuses and the alternate rules. It's also on the bottom of the tile he had.
Well, I didn't have the tile. You had it.
No, you do. It's right there. I explained it. What are you gonna pick? What are you gonna pick? With a baseball bat. Wait, what? Remember, you get to ship 3 boats this round. 3 boats. Boats.
When do you get the thing that you get to place a thing, or get a surveyor if you've shipped 9? Is that when you hit 9?
It's during that phase.
Yeah.
When you've shipped 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I did last phase.
So.
Should have gotten a surveyor.
Yes.
Because I couldn't get it this round. I would have needed to have gotten it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the round that you shipped it. I mean, it should, but.
Right, but it's only when you hit 9. It's not like every round you ship something that's 9 or more.
It's not when you ship 9.
Yeah. It's when it's when you've reached 9.
I'm gonna take this potato beet. Potato beets! Yeah! Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna do right here. Boop, boop. I would love to paint stuffed fables. I actually want to reach out to them and see if they'll send me a copy just to paint and do like a how to paint series. But yeah,
and then
I don't know.
I get 1 point for this, and then 1 point for the last one that I got.
I still need to finish my Mice and Mystic series. My to do for the rest of this week is to
your turn.
Edit the Essen video and to paint Mice and Mystics minis because I need to finish those. Finish those videos because there's apparently people painting for Christmas gifts, so I need to get on that. I didn't get my points for that or that, so I should have 3 points, and then I'll get another one for that one.
Okay.
I'll
get a corn.
I'm really glad you put gain control on the mic so that me screaming doesn't.
Yeah, it's legitimately for screaming. Your turn.
Okay, I just get a single, and I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, I have enough corn that I don't need corn anymore. Doesn't really matter what I get. I'll get this beet. Because Steve hasn't been shipping beets, so I feel our markets are starved for beets.
I will get a potato. Your turn.
I'm done.
Then I will get a corn.
Okay, so that's phase 2 sorted. Phase 3.
Alright, me first.
Yep. Ah!
I get a Harbor Master movement. And then
you ship a boat. Or you deliver to a boat, you do something with boats. 1, 2. And remember, you get 3 boats this round, folks.
Can you
boats.
put the workers on Norlands that you're using to ship those goods?
What?
Like, this is put 2 workers on Norlands.
Well, so you take them off
I take
first
them off.
to
Yeah,
put them on the
that's
boat,
what I
and then
mean.
you gain from your personal supplies.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corn. I will take this. So that's going to get me a surveyor, and then 2 of them go to Norlands.
Alright. I have 5 beets. And that gets me this one.
1, 2,
And
3,
1 goes to
4, 5,
Orleans.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I did 9, so I will get... I've shipped 9 corn, so I'll get a 3rd surveyor.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've shipped 8 beets. Damn it.
And then me.
Yeah. Yep, 8 beets.
Did I not...
Did you not what? Oh, you have a dude on the ground. Why is there a dude on the ground?
Well, I would have done corn. Sorry, this is all asterisks. I would have done corn, taken that off, and then gotten the 7 instead. Sorry if that messes you up, which just gets me another person.
Yeah, it doesn't
on
mess me up.
Orleans.
You're fine.
Okay, sorry.
Alright, I did my second boat. Or I did my first boat, so you need to do your second boat.
Okay, so the choice is a single pumpkin or 2 taters. I will do... So harbor movement doesn't really matter if I'm in last place. See, I'm at 8 and you're at 12. You did your second boat?
No, because
No?
you are in charge of the boat phase.
Right.
You have to do your second boat first. See you, James.
Alright. I'm going to ship my 1 tater. And I'm going to get a coin and 3 harbor master movement. 1, 2, 3. Your turn.
I'll ship these 2 wheat to do the 2 boat. That lets me get a point. And harbor master 2.
Okay, and then that's
No.
your 2 boats, right?
You get 3 boats in the last round. Remember I said that at the beginning of the round.
Right.
2 potato.
I'll do 2 potato and pay that coin to get 1 point. And 2 harbor master movement.
I'll ship 1 corn.
Ah!
Pay a coin to get a coin back and do 3. 1, 2, 3. You made me do it.
Alright, there's no way I can catch up.
Alright, 4th phase. Steve gets a point. You're gonna get 20 points from this.
Yeah,
stupidity.
but so there's no reason to get more Harbor Master movement if I'm already in last place, right? In 2-player.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, yes and no, because you only score for boats that your Harbor Master has gotten to and back. So if you get to the next dock, you would get 2 points more because you're 4 boat. So I think is that 1 step or 2 steps? 2 steps.
Yeah, it's...
You'd have to go 2 steps.
Oh, it's because you reached the little tie-up stop. Okay.
Yep.
So 2 spots would get me 2 points.
Yeah, and 2 spots would get me 5 points. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Gonna point that out. And then this is 2 for every 2 that I have.
Yeah, well, 3-pointer, but yeah.
Yeah, every... So that's 1, 2... Sorry, last round taking forever.
AP!
8 points. 5 points. 6 points. 2 points. All the AP.
Mm-hmm. And you put 1 on Orleans. I'll do this to get the 2 Harbor Master points. Alright. Round 5, I get a bonus.
And did I get my point from that?
I did give it to you.
Give
Yeah.
it to me.
Do I want a coin, which is a point, a Harbor Master, which I don't need, or to put somebody in Orleans, which I don't need, because there's no way I can beat Steve. So I will take a coin.
Which is a point.
Which is a point. And then I only have 1 surveyor.
I shipped my 2 potatoes. They were shipped.
I only have 1 surveyor, and I will do it on the wheat one, which gets me 15 points, because I have 15 wheat. And then Steve, you may place your 3 surveyors, because I don't have 3 surveyors.
Okay, so on this well, and it's 2 points for every corn.
No.
What?
I keep telling you, it's 1 point per coin
1
that
point.
you can trace back to that well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Including the one that it's on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, do your next surveyor. I'm out of surveyors.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 from potatoes.
I think you're gonna win. Because of the...
So
well,
28,
maybe.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think Harbor Master's gonna get it for me.
Okay. And then 2 for 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I think you're gonna win. Okay. And then 1 point per activated surveyor, which is 5 points for me.
6 points for me.
And 6 points for Steve. And then 1 point for everybody in Orleans, which is, 1, 2, 3, 4 points for me, and
9 for me.
There, 104. Okay. And then we do endgame scoring. Ah! So, first off, every area that you completed, you get 7 points for. I completed 1 area. I was 1 off from completing another one, so I get 7 points. So I'm at 100. Kairos, how many did you finish?
I completed 2 with a little retconning.
Yeah, so 14 points. So you're at 118. And then 1 point per coin. I have 3 coins remaining.
I have 3 as well.
And then for any unactivated wells, barns, or surveyors, you get 2 points. I don't have any.
I also don't have any.
Okay. And then whoever has the majority of people in Orleans gets 20 points, which would be Kairos. So 31, 41. And then I get 10 points for being in second.
Okay, good. So there's still the second place.
Yeah.
It's a friendly...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Harbor Master, I have the Harbor Master the furthest, so I will get the sum of all the boats my harbor master has been to.
That's a lot of points.
And Steve gets the sum that his harbor master has been to, but divided by 2. So
I get 7 and 9.
Do it in your head.
16 divided by 2 is 8.
I get 25, which will not be enough. Because that puts me at 38. Boom. And I believe that's it.
149 to 138. Pretty close.
Good game, Kairos.
Good game, Kairos. That was fun. That was very...
He's a giant yawn.
Very different from Heaven and Ale. With a lot of the same pieces.
I see a lot of like similarities in him and Michael Kiesling exploring the mechanic of like the harbor master versus the brewmaster. I see that as a mechanic. And then like placing crops in a field, I see that as a thing he's exploring. With addition like the barns versus the sheds. It's a very similar mechanic.
Yeah, I only playing it 2-player, it feels a lot more forgiving than Heaven and Ale.
Oh, yes.
Because Heaven and Ale, like, the equivalent in this, well, okay, if you don't get to 7, you don't get any boat points at all, because you haven't passed any. But in Heaven and Ale, you basically don't get points for the whole game if you don't get all of your resources up the track. As well, because you're doing, I want to say Lignum style, because it's the first time I really played a game like that, but where everybody's advancing around the board racing for things, there's definitely an element of, in Heaven and Ale, I can go further and get the thing I need but miss out on everything along the way, so every turn is this very tense, what do I do?
Yeah.
Whereas this feels like by the time you get to a phase, you've kind of already set it up.
Yeah.
You've got the tile, hopefully you have the tiles down that you need to ship already. Like, I'm not agonizing as much when I'm figuring out what to ship, because I've already kind of set it up.
There is really not a lot of riverboating going on, Angela. But I agree with Steve, and I want to kind of expand it a little bit in that, like, in Heaven and Ale, I think everybody, like, we've played it 3 times now? 2 times. 3 times. We've played it more than once. And we are still very focused on what we're doing in our own board and not super worried about what other people are doing in regards to, like, their player boards. And what they're taking, we're more focused on, like, if they go to that spot, I'm screwed. But I don't think they're going to go. But we're not, like, investing the mental space to go and look. Whereas in this game, like, I had enough mental space to look over and be like, oh, he's not going to ship for higher than this amount, so I'll be fine. So I feel like, Heaven and Ale is a lot more thinky. And involved because you're going to spend more time trying to figure out your own stuff and figure out your own player board and your own, like, puzzle. Whereas this game, I feel, has already a lot more player interaction built in just in how we pick the tiles, how you're competing for things. The phase selection and who goes first is really interesting. And then also, I just feel like this doesn't require as much mental space as Heaven and Ale does to just do your own board. And so you can focus on your opponents. And I feel like you just feel like there's more player interaction in the game.
I feel like you could probably bust this out for a 3 or 4 player game, your first game. Like you could just play it as a 4-player and people could kind of get it. Yeah. Like, it wouldn't take most of the game for them to go, oh, I really messed up. Can we play it again? I feel like Heaven and Ale, especially in a multiplayer game, you could just get... If it was like your first couple games, you could get hosed, and that game's kind of a white. Whereas this is more, there's a lot of kind of all or nothing type things, like the Harbor Master New Orleans. So I think it's kind of more obvious from the get-go that, like, you need to pick something and fight the other people over it. Yeah, I think it would reward a higher player count.
Yeah, and also just interesting from a strategy standpoint, Steve kind of picked that he was going to go for send your dude. They become agents when they go to Orleans. He was kind of fighting for the agents, and I decided really early on that I was going to own Harbor Master. And I think the difference in our scores really can be added up to I didn't pay as much attention to some of my crops. Like, I was like, oh, I'll get Harbor Master, will be fine. But I should have been, like, hoarding crops to make sure that I get big boats with the intention of doing Harbor Master. So that's kind of like how I feel I would play differently. Also, just making sure I don't run out of surveyors.
Yeah, the
stuff like that.
Harbor Master thing is interesting. I didn't really think about the implications of it while I was playing, but if you can get the large boats early on, even though it's only 2, you'll get a higher score even if you don't get the top Harbor Master.
Yeah.
If you aren't the furthest.
Filling out your boat, filling out your docks isn't necessarily important, which I thought it was, and it's not. Because it only matters how far your Harbor Master goes. So, like, these last 2 ships, I realized it doesn't matter what their value is, because I'm not going to get the Harbor Master down to them. So, I just went with the ones that assured that I got the Harbor Master bonus, which was good. But then I was like, oh, well, I could have done things earlier in the game and stockpiled and gotten bigger shipments and stuff like that. So,
well, it's interesting. The things that give you Harbor Master movement are giving you less points from the Harbor Master.
Yes.
Because the Harbor Master stuff is only 3 or below. So if you're doing Harbor Master movement early in the game, you're going to be getting less points out of your Harbor Master. It's a really interesting balance.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that too.
I like it. I think it works really well 2-player. I feel like it's very quick. I feel like this is a game that would work well at 3-player and at 4-player. I feel like 4-player... this would see a lot more, and even at 3-player, I feel like this board would see a lot more refreshing. For our game, there was just not a lot of refreshing with the singles and things like that until the end of the game. So, and there was one of these 3 tiles that stayed out almost the whole game. So, I feel like with a higher player count, you would see more turnover of this, which would maybe save me some coins, which would be nice.
I think one thing that's interesting is everybody's going to fill out about the same amount of their board because you're getting 8 worker placements around.
Well, you should have the same quantity of spaces covered.
That's what I mean. So it's not as at least in Heaven and Ale, I feel like you can really fall behind in filling out either the like income section of your board or the other section of your board. Whereas this is kind of like, what do you want to place, as opposed to if I don't, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. I can really see. I keep trying to think of what other games this reminds me of, and I guess it's because Heaven and Ale is just so similar. I can definitely see where Kiesling was working on certain mechanics, and then he was applying them to different games, and so they ended up in Heaven and Ale, and they ended up in this one
and Reworlds.
Reworld. I can see a little bit of Reworld in this one. Just in like how you have to set up to get the stuff, then to later ship it. But I think that's a tentative linking.
But I think there's also just in the planning your puzzle of slowly building tiles into your board. Reworld is also kind of that like pre-planning of like getting stuff in the areas, and it's going to go in rows. But at least I found this puzzle I think a little more satisfying than Reworld's.
Oh, yes.
The tile placement, I think just because you're getting the benefits of it as you play, whereas Reworld was very much the 2-phase.
Reworld, I find this I agree. I find this a lot more interesting than Reworld, and just like the player interaction, and then the fact that we were planning and building and then scoring and then planning and then building and then scoring. Like there were 4 cycles as opposed to Reworld where you do everything at once for the planning and then you do everything at once for the building. So there's no iterative process to do some course correction.
Yeah, I need to do better than Tiffany.
Yeah,
she had a really good round, or got the boat I needed.
The other thing with Reworld is that, like, in the planning part of the game, you can't really see how well you're going to... You can kind of, like, guess how well you're going to do against your opponent, but there's no check-ins. There were check-ins in this game at the end of every round where I could be like, oh, Steve is this close to me, and he's really getting people up there, and his Harbor Master's coming up. I need to step it up. And you don't have that in Reworld. Yeah. So, Sir Boats-a-Lot wants to know, Chad wants to know, the $1 million question, do you see this being complex enough without being overly complex that it could be a Kenner nomination for 2018? So, like, the Kenners this year were Raiders of the North Sea, Terra Mystica, or Terraforming Mars, and, what was the third one?
I think Exit, wasn't it?
Was it Exit? I think it might have been Exit. Yeah.
Yeah, because Exit won that category, I think.
Yeah, it was Exit. Yeah, I think that this does have the amount of complexity without being brain burning, and it has it a lot in the player interaction and how things come out and the limitations of everything, because everything in this game is limited.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel complex for complexity's sake as well.
Yeah, I don't think it does anything super new or novel or interesting, and that's why I don't think it will be nominated. It might be listed as a runner-up. But it doesn't really do anything that makes me go, oh. And that might be because of Heaven and Ale. Because the things that I like, that I think are interesting, are the things that are also in Heaven and Ale. Like the Harbor Master track is interesting. But there are games that have that already. So...
Yeah. I think with this, it feels like a very solid game that hits the complexity and the weight that I would expect from... Like, it says Mayfair, and it has that artist doing the cover.
And the box is that big.
And the box is that big.
If the box was, like, way thicker, we'd expect more.
No, but it's just, like, with, like, it hits... Like, it hits exactly where I would expect. It's like, oh, they did the art. It's from Mayfair. It's, I guess, a Kiesling now. It's these kind of mechanics. Like, it's nothing surprising.
Yeah.
But that's also in kind of a good way. Like, there were no mechanics in the game where I'm like, really? I need to do that to do that?
Move. Oh, I tried to take Ichi's Chewy from her. She ran away.
But yeah.
It does look complex to learn, but it's really not. The phases are very simply set out. And I apologize at the beginning of the stream. This was our first play. I normally like to learn and play games prior. But from my first skimming of the rule books weeks ago, I didn't see it as an overly complex game to just sit down and play. And so I wasn't too stressed that we hadn't played it before we streamed. Games that are more complex, that there's a lot more things that, like, the teach is harder, I insist that we play it off camera before we play it on camera.
Yep.
So that's why, like, Heaven and Ale, we play it off camera. Noria, we will play off camera. Transatlantic, we will play correctly off camera. We've played it very incorrectly already.
Import-export is one that I want to play off camera.
Yeah, import-export, we're going to play off camera. Lisboa, Galaris, like, we made sure that we played those to the point that, like, I felt comfortable enough to teach and explain them. Agra, we will play probably twice off camera. And we need to play it quickly because if we don't like it, I want to be able to get rid of it while it's still valued. So...
But yeah, this, I was zoning out a little bit during the teach just because there's a lot of different parts to the rules, but it flowed very well and nothing was very complex. Like, it made a lot of sense once we started playing.
There's nothing that makes me go,
Yeah, but during the teach, it was like, there was a lot, but it was all pretty straightforward.
You also just zone out when I talk. All right, Chad says, is Steve kind of saying it punches its weight for the box image?
I would say it does. Like, if you put that next to, like, Le Havre.
Yeah. Because the Le Havre box is much bigger. Isn't it?
I think it's the same size, isn't it? Or is it it's the slightly bigger one? Is this the Agricola family size?
No. It is the same size as Le Havre. It is not the same weight as Le Havre. Not at all. It's the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that size. But it is not... It is not as heavy as Le Havre.
Maybe Agricola family?
No, it's like a tinge heavier than Agricola family. Because Agricola family, it's one of those games where, like, you're so focused on your own thing, you don't really start to look at other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're at.
That was fun.
Yay!
That was great.
I have a question. I think, is it James? Who is it? Somebody always asks. Sometimes Naomi asks. Naomi hasn't been in a while. I miss you, Naomi. Somebody asks. Some people usually ask, is this going to stay in the collection? I vote no. I'll talk about why in a minute. I want to know what Steve votes. I am also way more critical than Steve is. Just want to put that out there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think for me it's play it another. I'd want to play it at a higher player count just because I think that would be fun. But then I think ultimately it wouldn't stay in the collection after that. Because it's definitely not a get rid of after only playing once 2-player. Because like I enjoyed it. It was a fun puzzle. There were a lot of things I want to do more player interaction. But like, I mean, just bringing up Le Havre because I like Le Havre and comparing it. Like when I pick up Le Havre, I'm like, ooh, I want to do this. Like I want to, get these buildings or do these things or build this kind of engine. And with this, I'm like, I want to draft tiles and place them in pretty patterns. And it's less of like a all-consuming drive to crush my opponents at it in an amazing way. But yeah, no, I liked it a lot. I think, I don't know, I feel like after... Is this the last Kiesling?
This is the last Kiesling of Essen. We have now played all 4 Kiesling from Essen. So there was Azul, which is definitely the lightest of all of them. There was Reworld, which I would say is the second lightest. Mm-hmm. It's, I think, the second easiest to teach. Not necessarily like the easiest. You have to have that kind of brain, right? Then there is Heaven and Ale, and then there is Riverboat. And I feel that Riverboat would be the number 3 on the easiest and the light scale, and then Heaven and Ale would be number 4.
I think if I ranked them completely arbitrarily, I would say Azul would be the top for me, just for being gorgeous, fun to play, easy to teach.
Accessible.
Like very accessible and very satisfying to play with like a nice draft to it. And then I think I would put Heaven and Ale just because it hurts my brain. And I kind of like don't want to play it because of the brain burn, because it's very painful economically, but like in a good way. Like I'd be like, okay, fine, I'll struggle through it. Like it feels like a challenge that I haven't beat yet. And then I'd probably put Riverboat just because it's really solid, it's enjoyable. And then I would probably put Reworld last just because the loop in Riverboat is much tighter. Like Tiff said, there's more points to like check in and evaluate your opponents and sort of battle over stuff.
Which could be a negative in some people.
Which could be a negative. I like that. And then Reworld was very much like a set them up and knock them down. And while that's fun, I don't know. I was good after playing Reworld a couple times. I was like, okay, I saw what it did and it was cool. But yeah, I didn't feel the need to play it much more.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my completely arbitrary ranking of the 4 Kiesling games that came out of Essen. Like that is awesome to have 4 similar games all come out.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, I really do enjoy Azul from an accessibility standpoint. I play a lot of games with people that aren't gamers. I've started going to casual game groups again to like try and connect with that group of gamers because that's who I was playing with when I first started my YouTube channel, and I miss having those connections. My brain gets really skewed by just playing with hardcore gamers. Like it gets really skewed and I lose focus of what the game industry is about. And the game industry isn't about pleasing elite gamers that want hardcore, heavy hitting cardboard. It's about making games where people can sit down and have an enjoyable time together. And for some people that means having later games and like more casual stuff, and not everybody's gonna know or care what won the Kinderspiel or whatnot. So with that in mind, Azul is definitely kind of the winner of the Kieslings for me from Essen this year, but purely because of that reason. The fact that it is such an accessible game that is interesting for gamers to play, and it is something that you could play with friends and family, and you don't have to play it with like hardcore gamers. Like anyone that walked into our house and said, ooh, let's play this, I would probably be like, unless they were like 4, I'd be like, yeah, that's a great one to play, right? Whereas if anyone in our lives came in and pointed at Heaven and Ale and said, let's play this, there's a good chance, depending on how, comfortable they are with gaming, I might say, that one's probably going to like overwhelm you. Because we do have friends that come in and they want to play stuff based on the covers, and we just have to say that you're going to get overwhelmed and not enjoy it because you're just not there. And some of them are say, yeah, that's fair, thank you. And some say, no, I want to try it anyway. And then we warn them some more, and then we play it, and then they enjoy it and they hurt themselves. But yeah, anyway. For the like gamers game of the Kiesling releases, I would definitely pick Heaven and Ale as well. And then Riverboat does beat Reworld out for me, but I enjoyed all 4 of the games. I do enjoy them all. This one I feel will be leaving our collection because it's just sort of like a solid mid-weight game. And we have so many of those, And as I said earlier, it didn't do anything really super interesting or novel that made me crazy excited about it. It was really enjoyable. I would play it if people wanted to play it. I would teach it if people wanted me to teach it. But it's not something that I'm like, ooh, yeah, I want to play this with Steve alone at night when we're both tired and we just want to play something medium.
Yeah. I mean, is that partly... I feel like the games that really captivate you the most in that way are the ones that have an engine that you can tune and tweak. And this is more of like a puzzly race.
No, I don't think it has to do with that because I enjoy some of those. I just feel like... I think I'm at the point now where we have so many other really great games in our collection that are this, like, weight that I rather play instead. So, like, I'm like, ooh, let's play Wasabi. Or, ooh, let's play, like, literally anything else on our shelf that hasn't been played for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
As opposed to keeping this game right now. Because, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no reason to kick out stuff that we really...
do like
and do want to play. Yeah,
it's, I mean, on like the BGG scale, which is totally whatever. I can't remember all of the ratings, but I would give this a 7. 7s don't tend to stay in our collection unless
or unless they're it's the whole it could be flawed but do something really interesting, and that's why it's a 7. You know, like,
I mean, yes, but like
that's
7s, that's you. For me, 7s are, if it's a good game and I would play it again if somebody wanted to play it, those don't tend to stay in our collection unless they do something unique or interesting, or if I feel they are a theme that really engages me. Like, 7s just don't tend to stick around in our house. They stick around a little while longer so that we can have a play or two more of them, but they don't tend to stick around. Because if I kept to every game that I felt was a 7... we would have way too many games. And I get rid of games a lot, and we still have too many games.
Well, and it's kind of a pyramid thing, right? Like, there's probably twice as many 7s as there are 8s. You know, like...
Yeah. Oh, in the
no, just like
world?
that have moved through our collection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, like... Yeah, we keep a lot fewer than all the 7s.
Yeah. All right. This has been the Essen Kiesling review for 2017. Thank you, Chad.
I mean, if you summed up the scores we gave all of the Kieslings,
I don't think we like ranked them all.
No, but I just mean, like, we got a lot of Kiesling enjoyment out of Essen.
We did get a lot of Kiesling enjoyment. It was a very expensive Kiesling enjoyment. But yeah, tune in tomorrow for Charterstone. So we're doing this on not a normal stream night because this will be the first game. We're playing Charterstone with John and Tony, and we are planning to play Charterstone to its completion, and we are not going to be streaming our playing of it, but we will stream the first game of Charterstone that we play together. So that's why we're going to do it on Wednesday, because that's the day that works for both Tony and John. You might notice John's not here tonight. It's because he only can come and play games with us once a night, or once a week. Once a night would be crazy. He can only come and play games with us once a week, and Tony can only come and play games with us once a week every other week. And so this week, Tony and John are not coming on their normal nights, and they're coming on Wednesday, so we can stream on Wednesday and play games.
And play Charterstone.
And play Charterstone, yeah. So I'm super excited. They're super excited.
Stickers on a board.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. I'm like a little overwhelmed with the like starting color player choice, because your color choice determines where on the board you start. Yeah.
Stegmeyer.
So I'm a little stressed and anxious about my color choice, because what if I get stuck with a color I don't like? But it's so that I can have an optimal board position, and then it turns out that board position is crap, and then I'm stuck with a color I don't like and a board position that's crap. These are the thoughts I've been thinking.
Follow your heart.
About this game.
Follow your heart.
Oh, thank you! This jacket is in... Thank you, Angela. This jacket is my Europe Essen jacket. I was really cold, and we kept seeing these everywhere in Europe, and so we bought me one so that I would look slightly more professional at Essen. So it's in the Essen vlogs, if you haven't seen the Essen vlogs yet. Yeah.
I'm reminded I need to check out Sansushi, which is the game that was mentioned in chat about the one where you ship dogoods in the Mediterranean. So I'm
is
gonna write that down.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that was the one that someone mentioned before.
Okay.
But yeah, Paul asked
Yeah.
I think maybe someone else if they like Sensuchi. Or us. But I have not played that, but it sounded interesting from the description in chat. So
yeah. So tune in tomorrow to watch Charterstone and watch me stress out over player color choices. Then tune in on Thursday. Steve and I are going to play a bunch of games, as many as we can get through on Thursday in the time that we have. And I think we're planning to start with 2-player games. So Zularedo Duel, Shadows over Kyoto, and we got Carcassonne Duel, but it's the same as Carcassonne, so I don't think we're going to do Carcassonne 2-player.
I mean, it would always be great.
It would always be fun. We enjoy that game. But I think instead we might do like Topiary or Sakura Hunt or something like that. So some of the smaller box games will be Thursday. It'll be just a bunch of bonus streams, as many bonus streams as we can cram into Thursday. Because we're trying to get through these games. Maybe we'll play Dragon Castle as like a bigger one.
Oh.
Who knows?
Sansuchi is actually building a garden by putting tiles in. So that is a different game.
Who's it by? Kiesling. Yeah, I was going to say. I feel like that would probably be Kiesling.
Well, I will keep an eye out for that.
It's
It was a 2013.
Serenissima is the pickup and delivery
Serenissima,
and the miniature needs. Yeah.
I mean, France is on the med too.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
The whole French Riviera and all that.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night. We hope to see you tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, we hope to see you on Thursday. And if we don't see you Thursday, maybe we'll see you next Tuesday when we play something really heavy and big from that shelf over there that came out at Essen. And if we don't see you Tuesday, I hope that you're doing okay.
Ooh, that has boats on the cover. Sorry.
And that you have a good week, and we'll see you when we see you.
All right. See you all.
Night, Internet.
Good night.